Hey everyone, guess what? It is my 100th YouTube video. It's Dominic from the Primetime Treasure eBay store and YouTube channel. I am outside of the flea market that I hit up on Sundays. As you've seen so far, I've gotten some pretty good things from here. I'm sure I'll continue to do so throughout the year. I've got about an hour and a half to spend here, but then I have got to get at an estate sale that starts off at 11. I do really well with the person who runs this sale, and it's in a great area for me, that North Syracuse area I've talked about so much. So it should be a good day. Really two main things on tap, which would be here, the flea market and the estate sale. So we'll see what we could get out of here and hopefully make this 100th YouTube video a special one in terms of some of the stuff that I might be able to find. So let's go take a look and see what's out there. It's a bit overcast here, but see kind of cloudy skies, but that hasn't prevented people from showing up and setting up. There's a lot over here, as well. So you know, it tends to be that you'll have a lot more when the weather's nicer, of course. So like that blank spot over there in front of that shed would be filled up, but there's still a lot of stuff to go through. So I'll hit this all up and see if there's any goodies. Whole big set of comic books here. He wants a lot for these individually, like $7 a piece for some of these, which there's no way I'm gonna do. He said make an offer on them for the whole thing to buy them out. Not sure if he would go for what I would offer, but I'll do a count and maybe throw something out there and we'll see. There is a bunch of Spider-Man here. And here, this whole box is Spider-Man. This one's all Batman, pretty much. And there's some other stuff over there, including Walking Dead. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to tell you about the negotiation a little bit later, but he wanted way more than I was willing to pay. But just want to put this is kind of creepy. I've never seen this before. These are like grave markers or something for an entire family. Wow. I don't think there's any resale value in that, but just kind of weird. Just thought I'd show it to you. Here's an old batch of remotes. Check these out, see if any of these are any good. I'm not sure. That is not gonna work on those remotes. The guy wanted $10 per remote. And for the average person, there's no way to even test whether they work because they don't even have any batteries in them. So prices today are not good for Primetime Treasure's 100th video yet, but we'll keep moving on and keep persisting. Got another collection here, so we'll take a look and see what we could find on these. See if we could get a good deal. Not sure what he's asking for them. It's 3 boxes and some trade paperbacks here. The guy that I bought this from today, I actually gave him a lead last year, and I made sure that I reminded him of that, and that I think is something that helped him, you know, be willing to negotiate with these books. I overheard him say to somebody that he on the side that he purchased these for 60, so he's only making 15 bucks on them, flipping them to me for 75. So you know that's fine. There are a bunch of GI Joes in here, which is good. And, you know, and I'm going to be able over time to, you know, slowly piece them out and make a great profit on it. So overall, happy for this score on the 100th video. I don't have much time to go back in there and check out for some other things because I got to get to that estate sale by 11. So I've got probably another 20 minutes. So I better head back in there, everyone. I wound up leaving the flea market just to make sure I got here. Didn't get anything else there, but you could see that the line of cars to get to this estate sale is crazy for 2 reasons. One, the person who runs the sale gives incredible deals. 2, it's on a Sunday and there's not a lot of competition. So I will probably not get in here on the first let through, so I didn't have a chance to get my name on the board, but I'll get there in the second pass. And houses like this, all the gold's in the basement. So in the basement, there's all these books and magazines. I'm gonna pick these. These are popular. Avalon, Hill General, 1979. A whole big lot of them. You lock these together, you get like 50 bucks out of them. I'm gonna get these for just like a couple bucks. There's a whole bunch of them in here. Just gonna pull these all out. This is incredible. The $30 record right here. Just some other amazing things I'm going to show you later. But this is just the basement area here. Everyone's scoping stuff out. This up, 1979. No writing in it. Some comics. Not $4 a piece, and a lot of them don't have covers on it. Well, the day started out a little bit rough, but boy, oh boy, did it turn around from getting that comic book collection at the flea market to just making another huge score at an estate sale in North Syracuse. I told you, this area is just a gold mine. Some of the stuff I'm going to show you just absolutely incredible. So let's just go through it real quick. Holly Hobby. Holly Hobby sells really well. I love anything that has to do with Holly Hobby. This is the 25th anniversary doll in the box. Price on it, $4. Now, this sells for $25 about, just so you know. It's actually probably going to go first class because it's so light. But everything I'm going to show you in this box, just keep in mind, so this is like $25 piece. Everything I'm going to show you in this box, I purchased for a total of $19.50. So no matter how you shake it, this is going to be a very profitable haul. Monster Mash records. If you see Monster Mash records, pick them up. They sell very well. I sold one. It was a green cover that I used to have as a kid. People remember that from when they were a kid. They want to get it back. I sold that one for around $40. This one here, I'm going to give props to my daughter because she knows to look for Monster Mash records, and she was scoping out the house and she picked this up, brought it over to me, said, "Dad, take a look at this." This one here, a nice $30 record. So that's a good one. Some other things I wound up getting. This is I showed you this in the video. This is a Mad Magazine calendar from 1979. Sticker price of $2 on it. And by the way, the stickers that she uses ones that you could just peel them off really easily and they don't damage the underlying product, which is great. See that? Come right off. No sign there was a sticker on there. So I know that with the person who runs this sale. Great that there is literally no writing in this calendar whatsoever. This calendar will go anywhere for $15 to $20 because it's in the 70s and it's Mad Magazine and it has Don Martin on it. Don Martin, very famous artist, and he's very popular with people who love to get things with his name on it. Some other things, anything that has to do with machinery. Look it up, pick it up. If it's a book, if it's a guide like this, you can't even find this one. This is the 15th edition. Can't remember what year it's from. It's definitely, it's from 1955. Okay, it's a pretty thick book here. People who are into machinery, machinists, they love books like this and they love to get the old ones. So one without the cover on it sold for like $30, $25. So this is going to go medium mail. Don't worry, it has a little bend in it. Doesn't matter. People are going to still buy that because of how rare it is. You can't find it that often. Now, my daughter, I'm going to give her credit again. I mean, I am teaching her the business of picking and the art of picking, how you have to have an eye for certain things. And she found what I think is probably going to be the best find of the day that everyone just passed up. I hadn't gotten to the area yet. I definitely would have picked it up if I saw it because Dutch Boy is very popular, and especially if it's old, it's vintage like this, and it's lead paint. Now, this white lead Dutch Boy paint, look up the comps on it on eBay. It literally, oh my goodness, I just saw a sale come through of some comic books for $65. So that's great. That just flashed across my screen. I'm going to show you some comic books in a minute that I purchased, but just goes to show, I mean, this is kind of like the part of hustling. You know, you're out there, you're sourcing, you're making sales at the same time. That's a great thing about an online business. I don't have to be stuck in a physical store to make sales. So if that's your situation, you're stuck in a physical store. I mean, there's advantages to that. You have people bringing in you things to trade and stuff like that. But this is one of the advantages of having an online business is you could go out and source while you're already selling stuff. But anyway, back to this. This can of white lead paint sold recently for $162.50. That's not what someone asked for it. That's what it's sold for. So
I don't know if anyone else has this online right now to try to sell it. Maybe that person just got really lucky, but that wasn't even as an auction. That was as a buy it now. So I'm gonna hope that there's no one else that has this listed and see what I could get for this. Definitely gonna price it for over $100 if no one else has it on there, because that shows me that there's demand for this if someone is willing to spend that much money on this can of paint, and that is pretty rare. So that's an exciting find. Again, props to my daughter. Thank you. I know you're watching this. Awesome find. Some other awesome finds. My wife was there too, Mrs. Primetime. Mrs. Primetime picked out a few things, such as this. This is old. We call this new in stock. In other words, it's it's still the original container is here. It's in the box. It's got the original price sticker on it. You could tell it's old and vintage. It's Winbro. It's a wood staining product. Now they did not, well, maybe they did tape this on at some point, but you could open it up from the side easily and you could still see this thing is still pretty much mostly full. So I guess it's not technically new in stock because it's not, it has been open, but there's still product in here and it still looks pretty good, and having the original box. It's hard to find the original boxes. You might find the tubes laying around, but find the original box. And we got 2 of them. I have no idea what the value is going to be on them, but it was worth picking it up for like a quarter each or something like that. This, I don't know if it's complete, but Mrs. Primetime picked this one up as well. This is a Singer buttonhole attachment product, so I'll have to look at all these pieces, see if they're all there. But it was only $1, so it was worth looking into it. I do know that ones that are definitely complete and everything, they sell for like $40, $45. So, it's still worth it. Someone might even just buy it for parts. You never know if it turns out not to be complete or working. I'm not sure. A few other things that I found here. If you find viewfinders, if you're young, you don't know what a viewfinder is or a viewmaster is, you used to put these little circular film strips into here, and then you'd put your eyes through here like this, and you'd push down and it would show you an image, and you could watch like a whole bunch of clips. It wouldn't move like in terms of motion, but it's just different types of pictures that you could look at and just kind of take you through it. A very personal experience because you're just looking through it. It's just you that could see it. The old Viewmasters, and you'll see there it says Viewmaster on there. They could sell for a lot of money depending on which one you have, and you could find, here's the Bonanza in the package. Just to show you kind of what it would look like in here, you just open this up, and this would be for example, one of the Viewmaster things, one of the actual strips that you would just take and you just put in here like this, and then you press this down and it moves this around so you could see all the pictures in there. So that's that. We got the Viewmaster Bonanza. We got Pebbles and Bam Bam. Who doesn't like Pebbles and Bam Bam from the Flintstones? And Mary Poppins. So this would just sell together as a lot. You just sell it as these 3 vintage Viewmaster reels, and you sell it with the actual Viewmaster. Now you saw that she had comic books there, and the comic books there were priced for $1. Do not buy those types of comic books for $1. You want to get them as a bulk deal. So I let everyone kind of go through those because I knew it was in there. I already had seen. And my strategy was just at the end, see what was left over and go up to the person who runs the sale and ask her what she would do for all of them. And so I walked up to her, and these are, fairly old books. Let me just show you some of them here. There's a big stack of them, but they're mostly Marvel team-ups. And Marvel team-ups fairly popular. People are looking for specific issues. They team up 2 characters together. There's Spider-Man and the Black Suit. And you can see there's a whole big stack of them. These are 60-cent issues, so these got to be from the 1980s or so. 1984. So 1980s books are very popular. Some of these are from 1982. A lot of these Marvel team-ups have Spider-Man on the cover. But basically, in terms of pricing, there's 50 or so more books in there. So she just said, I said, listen, if you... looks like everyone's gone through it. If you want to sell those books out, just let me know. She's like, all right, let's take a look, see what's there. It's like, how much you want to give me for them? I said $5. She said, they're yours. So now, if I would have got them in the beginning, it would have been $50. So it got $50, worth of stuff in terms of what she had it priced at for $5. So that was great. There were those keys, those random keys that I pulled off that I'll add to my key collection. So, and hey, This is dedicated to the postcard guy. Postcard guy, I found a couple postcards. Tell me what you think it is. All right, I got this one right here. Okay, now it's Civil War. It's dated 1991, so it's probably not worth a ton. And then this one here is also published in 1991. Joshua Lawrence Chamber House in Brunswick, Maine. So you know, this is just kind of got my eye. These were the only two postcards that they had, but figured I'd get them. There's someone, if you're not watching his channel, the Postcard Guy, he's got some great stuff also on collectibles, so go check him out. I'll link him down below again in my in the description section. But anyway, overall, great haul today, just from two places. There is one thing left to actually do that I'm going to go off to. I totally forgot about it. There's a book bag sale. It's from the library I went to a few days ago. I don't know if there's anything there that I want to get, but they might bring out new products, so I'm going to look to see if there's anything new that I might get for you know, for that I could fit in the bag. So we'll see. But if not, if I don't get anything, I'm going to come back and just do a little recap. So you know, we'll see if I get anything there. All right, we're back at the library that I was at the other day. As you can see here, the sign outside, $3 per bag of books. So as much as you could fill up in the bag, they will give you the bag. You fill it up, and that's it. That's simple. So we'll see if there's anything good in there.
I'll pick up some of these manga books because they are in the original packaging. So there's a bunch of them like this. Just toss them all in there.
Hey everyone, I am back from the library sale. I wound up getting a bag of books right here. Only cost me $3. The bulk of what I purchased is a similar type of item. I'm going to show it to you in a minute, so it won't take long to go through. But there were two stragglers in terms of books that I purchased. One of which is this one. It's the classic illustrated book. This is just like it sounds. It's a classic book. Like this one's Robin Hood. They did it for Treasure Island, you know, Robinson Crusoe, Huckleberry Finn, that sort of thing. And they basically condensed the book into this small kind of pocket-sized version. And you know, they had a page that had text and a page with a black and white illustration. And basically every page is kind of like that. So it was a fun, enjoyable way, particularly for, you know, older kids to read and enjoy these stories and kind of immerse themselves in it. So this book's from 1979. A lot of them come from the 70s or early 80s. So people who are in their late 30s to early mid 40s right now are trying to get these back for nostalgia purposes. You know, either they got rid of them or their mom or dad threw them out or something like that. So you know, these are collectible to people if you could sell them in lots. People will tend to purchase them more that way. You'll make better money that way. Although there could be someone who just had, you know, is trying to find this one. So, but you're not going to make a lot of money really just flipping one of these. So I would advise combining them together into lots. That's what I do. I have a whole big collection over there of these that I wound up purchasing through an estate sale over last summer. And so I'm eventually just going to put them all up probably as just one big lot, and they'll ship out cheaply via media mail and, you know, make a nice profit on that. So just keep that in mind. That's just another type of thing, you know, like my horror DVDs that you could look for, combine into lots, and flip for a good profit compared to what you would do individually on it. Another thing that I found also from the 70s, this is from 1977, also illustrated. There is no one like it that I could find on eBay. This is a children's illustrated Bible dictionary. And even though it didn't have any comps on it, I purchased it for a few reasons. One, again, it's from the 70s. There's likely some person now who had this as a kid who's looking for it, cannot find it anywhere, and will probably pay $29.99 for it. And you know, so I picked it up for that reason. Also, the condition is excellent. You see a nice strong spine. There's no loose or missing pages. The colors are still nice and bright. It has a nice vintage look to the outside while being in pretty much mint condition, which is hard to find. The pages inside are pure white, and all of them have nice bright color illustrations on them like this. I mean, so this is just terrific. I don't see how this doesn't sell. So, you know, definitely worth taking a shot on. And I'm not really losing anything because what I really wanted to purchase, it was in this bag. So anything else you could throw in there after that is basically, you know, just gonna be, I'm gonna buy that anyway. It's essentially free. Because, you know, no matter what, I was going to spend $3 for this entire bag of, and I'll show them to you in just a minute. They're called manga books, and if you have not heard of manga books, which many of you probably have not, especially if you're not into comic books, and you may see these things around and say, what the heck are these things? You know, they all kind of have these kind of, you know, bright looking covers like this. There's usually some type of girl on it who's kind of smiling or kind of posing like that. They don't all, I mean, sometimes there's like a guy on there who's like doing like karate moves or something, but they are, you know, here's another one. It's kind of like that, but they are basically Japanese animation books. And when you open them up, what you're going to see in all of them are basically, let's see if I can get it out of the glare there. It's just black and white animated comic. That's basically what it is in a book form. Now, a lot of the manga books, unlike these, you open the front cover like this, what would look like the front cover, and that's actually not how you would read the book. You actually would read it from the back going forwards. I'll have to show you another example of that one day, because I recently just purchased a huge manga collection, so I should show that as part of a haul video. It's pretty cool. So I'll show you that another time, but basically, there's a whole stack of these. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And a lot of these are in the bag, like this, or in the original bag. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So not bad, 16, 17, 18 books total for $3. You really can't beat that. That's really amazing. So, you know, I'm definitely going to make some money off of that, just, you know, combining those into some type of lot and selling them out that way. You don't really piece those types of books out. Those are, again, things that you want to sell in groups. Just as an FYI, in case you don't ever get to my manga haul video that I'll do one day, the title that you really want to look for is called Naruto, Naruto. It is going to be real flashy on the side with, in terms of it saying Naruto, with an orange font to it. Pick those up if you can find them, put them in a lot, and they sell so well. I mean, it's very, very popular series. They kind of sell like hotcakes, so if you can pick them up, definitely do so. So that's it. It was just another incredible day. I still am trying to wrap my mind around the fact that this is my 100th YouTube video, and that on this day I wound up scoring 2 big lots of comic books. One, basically that collection of 3 boxes at the flea market today, and then that other stack of 50 comic books right afterwards from the estate sale. And actually, if you think about it, I mean, these aren't really considered comic books per se, but they are in a way. I mean, because inside they're all kind of comics. So basically everywhere I went, I found comic related stuff. So that's great, because that's my #1 area that I'm interested in, and I'm just thrilled that that actually happened on the 100th Primetime Treasure YouTube video. So if you like these videos, it would be real important that you hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, that you do subscribe. There'll be a nice treasure chest that pops up towards the end of the video. Just hit that. That'll easily subscribe you to the channel, give you notifications, and most importantly for me, it's going to show me that you have, you know, a level of dedication to the channel, that, you know, that shows me an extra level of interest in it, and that's important for me. I see the subscriber count go up. I'm like, wow, that's great. People really like the message, and they want to see more content, and so that's important to me. I want to try to get up to 200. That would be a nice milestone, 200 subscribers. So you know, help me get there. Come check out the Facebook Reselling Resource Center, which is my Facebook group that I run. That is grown like crazy. I mean, I entered a bunch of people as new you know, people into the group over this weekend, and so it just keeps growing and growing and growing. It's a great group. I've got a be on the lookout item that I post every day, in addition to telling you information about pricing, and also telling you information about, like, some, you know, just usually a little historical information about the item, and, you know, and why it's important and that type of stuff. So you know, come by and you know, give a look there. Keep coming back to the YouTube channel. I appreciate all of your support. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the channel so far, things you'd like to see that maybe I haven't done yet, you know, things that you do like, that you want me to keep doing, you know, just let me know. So with that, here's to another 100 YouTube videos. I think it's just going to get bigger and better over time as I keep growing and learning in this forum as well. So your comments are real important, and I will see you at the 101st video.